Hello my Leo friends, it's GuidingHalo here. This is going to be your reward and early release for the What Spirit Wants You to Know having the most views. So, call it a belated birthday present. It'll be 24 hours-ish, maybe a little less than when the other ones come out. So, if your Wheel of Fortune was to spin now, would you be ready for what's coming? Because when this spins, it's a time of massive change. And it's all about divine timing. And the divine knows when it's best for this to spin and when it's not. When it's best for you to speak your truth and when it's not. When it's time for you to learn lessons so that you can actually recognize this Wheel of Fortune or not. So let's see, if your Wheel of Fortune was to spin right now, what would be the outcome? Let's see. Let's see what would happen. Give me information about my Leo friends if your Wheel of Fortune was to spin right now. We all see it in the tarot and we all go, oh my God, it's awesome, it's going to happen. When you see it in the readings and you say, my Wheel of Fortune hasn't spun yet, well, I wonder why that is. I wonder why the divine's holding off. Things to learn, things to wrap up, things to tie up. Perhaps you're in such a state that you wouldn't even recognize a Wheel of Fortune if it bit you in the nose. So I believe that some of my Leos are starting to hear and see those miracles, that double miracle reading come true now. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. I think that the beauty is coming to you. The miracles are happening, but in actuality, you just may not see it as a miracle. You may see it as your right for that to happen, but do you actually see it as your miracle? My daughter had a miracle happen for her today, one that put her in tears, and it had to do surrounding finances. An absolute gift from the divine is something she was very worried about. All of a sudden ended up being taken care of magically. All of the worry, all of the stress gone. Poof! Gone just like that. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So what are we needing to contemplate? What is this powerful presence of love? Can we surrender to the fact that the divine loves you and that this Wheel of Fortune spinning, when it does spin, is absolutely timed? Can we surrender to that? Is there a stillness that needs to come within you and a surrender of acceptance to what you're in and going through? When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Interesting. Someone here has chosen to learn about love and loving relationships through, or learn your life lessons through loving others. And it comes into a turn of loving self. So perhaps there's been a situation you've been very angry about, not had the patience for, not even been loving. But as you find a way to realign with love for you and love for all those around, and I'm not talking about just being kind and compassionate or caring. I'm talking about true out and out loving yourself as Source loves you. There's something here about allowing yourself to feel how you want to feel. Honor it. Honor how I want to feel. I honor how I want to feel. There's something here that the divine is trying to have your back about. So if you've been in upset, been concerned, there's been a certain amount of surrender that's had to happen here. There's been praying, begging even, divine to come in and help you, and contemplating how to make it happen, surrendering all of a sudden to realize that, you know what, we're just going to have to just trust, I guess. That's all we've got left is just trust. And when you accept that fact and you move from a place of love and trust in the universe, as your primary teacher, you will always be guided back to what is best for you, which is always to surrender to divine timing. But I honor how I want to feel in the process. So there's something about honoring your feelings, honoring who you are, regardless of why you feel them, not necessarily having to know the how, the who, the what, the where, the when, the why. There's a lesson here about this that's incredibly important for my Leo friends. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. What you have been in fear about, finances, job, family, love, money, like whatever it is. Something coming around to bite your butt. Whatever it is that you are in fear of, the universe is guiding you to perceive this fear of yours through the eyes of the teacher of love. And in surrendering that fear to the divine, what happens? You realign with the love that is within you. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. I think someone here had to go through a really dark time, a time where there was no trust, there was no understanding. Perhaps there were tears, there was anger, there was frustration, fear, absolute fear. Perhaps you wouldn't even be able to provide for your family, for your children, for those around you, pay your bills, afraid you'd be left out on the street. You had to come into an absolute place of trust. And if you've not yet, this wheel will not spin. There is something about an absolute level of trust. And even if you're not quite there yet, that wheel is going to spin eventually. And when that wheel spins, you are going to start to realize how it is that you wasted so much time on the worry, so much time on the financial stability. You wasted so much time on trying to make it all happen. You see, you can walk away from that emotional confusion. You can walk away from it by trusting, by surrendering. See, there's a huge lesson that had to be learned here in order for this Wheel of Fortune to spin, in order for it to spin and you actually to be grateful for it. Perhaps it's been months you've been in fear about this. Yeah, look at that. Walking away from the fear and the emotional confusion, out of the emotional turmoil, straight towards what? A gift. Straight towards a surprise from the divine, a miracle. You had to be in quite tough energy in order to have a double miracle. You cannot see it as a miracle if you would go, well, that's my right to have it. It's not a miracle from the divine. Do you see what I'm saying? You would not even see that as a miracle moving forward. So the divine has got to put you in that pressure cooker, that tunnel of that wormhole, so that as if by magic you can be vanquished into the stars map of your soul's calling and destiny. Some of you have had a commitment that you really needed to deal with, something with spirit that you've been arguing over. Perhaps it's something to do with the government and the funds coming in or going out. Perhaps there's a changeover and you didn't know how the changeover was going to work from the amount the government was giving you to is support completely going to end? I don't know what's going to happen. We have something about government or institutional higher ups making a decision here. And there was fear, I believe, of something ending. But as you walked away from that fear, even possibly focused on your younger adults, your children, a miracle came in the surprise of something that made you incredibly emotional, honoring how you want to feel about commitment, about many things. Oh, look at that. Yeah, see, something had to end. This could be a marriage for some that ended, but I'm getting more of a financial, institutional thing here, that something was going to end and you felt really, really like in fear about what that was going to look like. Yeah, you see, not seeing the positive. There was a lot of fear about what that was going to look like. But there's been some sort of information come in very attached, I might say, to that fear. Fear of lack. Perhaps there's a marriage or a higher commitment that is going to end, that someone may not see the positive in, and it has something to do with a Capricorn, but it's what you're tied to. This is the darker side of relationships, the darker side of spiritual relationships. But as I say that, I have to remember Capricorns, when they choose to be and choose to have done the work, like the people in these cards, this energy here is about, they actually are some of the most spiritually balanced people I know, because it's like they know how to take their shadow side and evolve it into their light side as well. It's not a one or the other. It's a either or and. You know what I'm saying? When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, look at that. Equal reciprocity. When I accept the love, this is love from the universe, equal reciprocity of the universe as my primary teacher, when I give, I too shall receive. I will always be guided back to the light of what your true soul wants, of what your true soul desires. This wheel of fortune spinning is equal reciprocity from the divine. We have way too many cards here, but let's look at them. Look at that. Quick communication that instantly brings equal reciprocity. Like I said, someone sitting there in the energy of, well, no, that's something I deserved. It's not a gift. So how do we look at the gifts that are coming our way as absolute miracles? And a lot of times it's through going through this hard bullshit. We get to a point where we're like, oh my God, I never expected this to happen. It's an absolute miracle. And as if by magic, I get to go away from rough waters to calm waters, you see. I get to move into what? Oh my gosh, I get to buckle down and get the work done. Someone's getting an opportunity here for job. The divine, when this wheel of fortune spins, they had to take you through this darker fear and energy to help bring you to a place where you would accept the gifts they're offering as gifts, as miracles. So buckling down, getting the work done, this is like really, really getting a job to work, or a job or a opportunity to work at what you're passionate about and what your craft is. You're building something, or you're going to be working hard to build something and moving away from all of this rough waters here. Oh, look at that. See how the divines got you? They ask you to be patient. They ask you to understand that you are loved, to have that trust and that faith in the universe that you are loved. This is about self-love as much as it is about the divine loving you. Are you even worthy of these miracles? The double miracle that was in that reading? Of course you are. Of course you are. The divine taking you through these waters, but they're right in there with you in this emotional pit. They're right in there with you, coming out the other side to claim that crown that's rightfully yours. Oh yeah, creating alchemical magic with your emotions to bring you out the other side of this beauty. Look at that. And oh, because of the work, I would say absolute contracts. In fact, you may have more than one. I'd say very well, you may have to choose. This could also be about love. Work, perhaps somebody will meet a love at work, or you've been wondering about somebody at work that you love. Perhaps you've been looking for somebody that you can work spiritually with in a soul contract kind of way. I have a feeling there are going to be offers coming your way. I really, really do. And it's all about coming out of this shadow side of fear and lack that's going to bring this about for you. See, if the Wheel of Fortune had spun, you'd look at it as your right, not as an absolute gift. When we go through these times, we start to understand what a miracle actually looks like, you see. That's beautiful. What did I say, huh? Knight of Cups. That offer coming in. This is possibly you with this contract. When this information comes in, this could be in love, or this could be in the job world. You'll have to take it as it resonates, but there's communication about something coming to you that's of equal reciprocity. You might sit there and go, nope, nope, nope. Could be 6 months ago that this idea came and you were all this time, nope, 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 I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. It's about realigning you with the love that is you and the energy that is you. As you move away from rough waters to calm waters, you move right towards your opportunity to do the work. And Spirit is right there with you all the way, bringing you to this contractual place that brings you to what? I believe this is my beautiful Leos hopping aboard a pony, knowing what love is, knowing they are loved because this thing has come in. And all of a sudden, as a double miracle appears, you all of a sudden not only have a miracle from the divine that helps set you on a straighter, more comfortable course, you also have faith and love in yourself. And you hop up on this trusty steed, taking the cup of love that is you, moving forward as you go. And the divine brought it all about. Why? Why did the divine bring it all about? Tell me why the divine brought it all about. You tell me, because I'm telling you, and leave it in the comments. I'm telling you, this is a big, big deal, my Leo friends. A very big deal. Why did the divine bring it all about? So you could have confidence and faith and trust that what you have to offer, not by anyone else's standards, but simply as a miracle from the divine, is worthy of everything that you desire. Everything. Wow, what a powerful message. Let's get an angel card. As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, the guidance from the divine as to how to have confidence and move forward and understand that you are loved and you are worthy of those miracles, prosperity is coming to you now. Do you see the power? Why they had to take you through all of this so that they can bring you to this beauty you wouldn't even recognize. You would not even recognize these miracles coming your way if you hadn't been through the pain. I love you guys. I hope this resonates. I'll talk to you again soon. Blessings.